Okay, I got this message really clearly from my guide, so I had to share it. They said it's go time. And the go time refers very specifically to those of us who have gifts or think we have gifts, who have gifts that are starting to develop. Are you one of those people that's been waking up every night at 4 a.m.? Are you one of the dreaming women? Are you someone who's just been following the dreaming women and you just feel this really intense connection to this whole movement? If so, it's probably because you have your own nascent gifts that you either haven't developed or haven't fully developed, and but you're feeling this kind of urging to connect with this type of information. And so you might find yourself attracted to certain creators who talk about gifts, who have gifts, or you might be connected, kind of attracted to certain books or TV shows, movies, right? Well, this is not an accident. This is for a reason, and it's happening right now while we're in the middle of this major kerfuffle, this major disaster of epic proportions. There's a reason why right now people are tapping into their gifts. And that's because it's go time. It's time for us. This is the time. We incarnated for this. We came to express our gifts at this moment right now. So, some of us have been expressing and using our gifts in different ways for many years. But this moment right here is a very different kind of expression of gifts. And so, do you have gifts that you want to develop? Do you have gifts that you think you might have? Now is the time to start exploring that. So, how can you do that? I'm going to give you a couple of suggestions. One is you can just honor that and acknowledge it and say, I think I might have gifts. I think it's time for me to express them. Just kind of say that aloud, say it to yourself. Another thing to do is to get into community with people like you, people who aren't going to make fun of you, who aren't going to say, oh, that's crazy talk, right? Maybe your family looks sideways at this kind of stuff. Maybe you're at a job where they, don't have a lot of respect for psychic woo stuff. That was my experience. I used to be a professor, and academics just really looked down on this type of work. And so when you're in that type of community, it's hard to really step into your power because everybody is telling you it's crazy, or everybody's looking at you sideways, and you're worried about how it's going to affect your status. And so the first thing you want to do is try to find some like-minded people. And if you don't have people nearby, then of course you can just go onto platforms and YouTube and whatnot and look for people who have ideas like yours so that you can kind of start to get comfortable with the fact that you have gifts that are blossoming at this time. And then you can also look for events, groups, go on Meetup, go to your local library, look around. Are there anyone doing anything? A healing circle, a talk circle, any type of healing ceremony, any type of psychic meetup. Just look for anything like that. It would be great to take some classes. So look for a psychic development class. Look for anyone who's teaching anything that's going to resonate with the gifts that you feel are unfolding at this time. Another thing that's great to do is to keep track of your dreams. Keep a dream journal by the bed. Keep a notebook and pen close enough that you don't have to get out of bed to write down, because once you get out of bed, the dreams just fall out, right? So you keep that notebook right there. I actually keep mine in the bed. Or if you can't do that, keep it right next to the bed. And then you just want to start practicing stuff. If you can't go to a class, just get a book and start practicing. And this is something that in the past I probably wouldn't have said. I would have encouraged people to work without a teacher because I think teachers are so important. But actually, because I'm getting this really clear message that it's go time, it's like we're in an urgent situation where we need to do whatever we can to develop our gifts so that we can create a critical mass of people with gifts who can fight for the good. So think of it as like we're building our spiritual army for spiritual warfare. So, I teach classes, but I'm not actually here to promote my classes. You can go to my link tree if you want to see it. But I'm not teaching like psychic development right now. Maybe I will soon. That's not the point of this. The point of this is just kind of a wake-up call, giving people permission, validating whatever experience you're having right now about feeling that you should be developing your gifts right now. Yes, you absolutely should. And here's the thing about the way the universe works, is when you start putting out there, even just mentally in your mind, but also if you verbalize it in your home to, guides, help me, and say, hey, I want people to show up in my life who are going to help me develop my gifts. If you just start verbalizing that or just thinking it on a regular basis, people will show up. I've had this experience so many times in my life where I was wanting something to show up in my life and I just kept concentrating on it. And then lo and behold, I met some person or some book fell off a shelf or some flyer showed up. And all of a sudden I had access to a person or information that was linked to exactly what I was looking for. So something like that just happened to me today where I was missing my drum circle because I've just moved, and I was thinking, oh, I wish I was still at my circle. And then I said to the universe, I need to attract a new drum circle where I live now. And then I went to an event today, and lo and behold, the person running it is starting up a drum circle, right? That's because the universe answered my call. The universe will answer your call too. What's your gift? Are you a clairvoyant? Do you see things? Are you clairaudient? Do you hear things? Are you a medium? Do you talk to spirit? Are you clairsentient? Do you feel other people's feelings or other people's physical symptoms? Are you a telepath? Do you hear other people's thoughts? Are you a telekinetic person? Can you influence things with your mind? Are you a healer? Do people tell you that you're a healing presence in their life, or do people say that they feel better when you're around? Just start asking these questions and let the answers come to you. And then, you could form your own group if you don't have a group. You could just form your own group, put a meetup up, or put a flyer up at the library, or put something on your socials and say, hey, let's meet at the library on Friday at 2 o'clock. If you're a dreamer, if you're a dreaming person, if you're a psychic, if you're a hoodoo, if you're a whatever you call yourself, if you're a healer, if you're a mystic, if you're into ETs, whatever, just like start gathering people. You only need 3 or 4 people. And then practice. Whatever it is you're trying to develop, just practice doing it over and over again. When I was first developing many years ago, I had a friend and she was psychic too, and we used to go to the beach and we would just watch people walking by and we would try to see their aura. And then we would compare notes. I would say, oh, that guy has a yellow and blue aura. What do you see? Oh, I see the blue, but I don't see the yellow. Oh, what do you see? Oh, I see a little bit of orange, right? And we just compared notes. It was a lot of fun, and it's just a way to practice. Obviously, you don't want to invade anyone's privacy and read them. Like if you're just looking at the aura, you're not invading their privacy, but you don't want to read a stranger without their permission. But there are little things that you can do that don't involve invading somebody's privacy. You can also just get a deck of cards, get a pendulum, whatever. Just don't use it to read other people when you haven't developed your gifts yet. Just use it to practice, that's all. The important thing to remember is that it's go time. It's all hands on deck. All psychics gotta, rally. We've all got to come together. We've all got to start using our powers for good. So what are you doing? What are you doing to develop? What are you doing to get ready to be a warrior? Let me know in the comments.